In the next example of Chapter 4, this is exercise 4E to do with circles in Year 11 methods. Here it says, find the center and radius of the circle. So again, very similar to the previous example. We've got now an equation. It's x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 4. So what we can see is that if we break it down, this is meant to be your radius, but it has to be written in r squared, which we know 4 can be written as 2 squared. So I now know radius is equal to 2. The next thing I know is that, remember, these are your transformations for your horizontal movement, and this is your vertical movement over here. So to work it out, the way I taught it in class is I'd say let x minus 1 equal to 0, solve for x, and you can see adding 1 on both sides. Adding 1 on both sides, so I say minus 1 plus 1 plus 1, negative 1 plus 1 cancels out. So you get x is equal to 1. So that essentially tells me it moves to the right because it's gone to the right by 1. And then y, you do the same thing as well. You let y minus 2 equal to 0, solve for y, and you see that y is equal to plus 2 when I add 2 on both sides. So negative 2 plus 2 cancels out. And what that tells me is that, well, y equals to 2 is up here. Not again. These random announcements, so I had to pause the video. So here we got x equals 1 and y equals 2. So that essentially tells me it's moved to the right by 1 and up by 2. And here's my new center. So my center must be at 1, 2. Okay. And the radius of 2. So if I had to visualize it, again, since the y coordinate's at 2, then down by 2, which meets it at 0, and up by 2, which meets it at 4. So that's my max height of the circle. And then horizontally, well, 1 plus 2 gives me now 3, and then 1 minus 2 gives me negative 1. So I know the circle with the center here has to go all the way up to 3. It has to stop at negative 1 horizontally, and a max height of 4 and 0. Minimum height of 0. So that's my nice, beautiful circle. If I were to draw it, that's what the circle should look like. Let's visualize it in Desmos. Let's see if it's true. So I'm saying that x, once again, minus 1 squared plus y plus 2. Is it plus or minus? Minus. Minus 2 squared is equal to 4. Let's see if that's true. And you can see how I've drawn it here. Max height at 4. Minimum height is 0, and it goes all the way to negative 1 width, and to the right by 3 max width as well. And the center should be at 1, 2, and you can see there, that center there, to the right by 2, up by 2, left by 2, down by 2, so that is my circle, just like the way I've drawn it. Okay, and that's how you do example 9.